Hey guys, family, friends, peeps, how you going? Alright, so I'm still here in Australia with people, our highest government officials do not know what a woman is. Fun times we live in, isn't it? Yes. Alright, what I wanted to present to you today is a case that's called Giggle v Tickle. And no, it is not the name of a book for children to invoke laughter. Not at all. It's far from that. It's quite far more sinister. But rather than me have my full opinion about what's going on right now, I just want to present some facts because I think people need to be up to date about what's going on, where we are. So here it is, and I'm going to give you two stories. They're very short stories, okay? I'm not going to waste your time too much, so just stay with me, please. Thank you. Appreciate you. And then make your own opinions or do your own research from there. Okay. So this was the first one, and this is from ABC, which is quite a kind of left view, if I want to be in line with like political terminology. And then I'm going to show you from the Sky News report, which I very much resonate with. And then I'm not pushing anyone to have a thought about anything. Just watch them, do your own research, and then please let me know what you think. Comment, like, please subscribe. One subscriber would be good. That would be great. Thank you. Any more than 5 people watching this would be amazing. This is a really important issue. This one specifically is I'm going to go more in detail on this in other videos, but right now I'm just giving you the info. All right, let's get into it.
It's a fight Roxanne Tickle says stole 3 years of her life.
There is so much hate and bile cast on trans and gender diverse people simply because of who we are.
In 2021, she joined the women-only social networking app Giggle, submitting a selfie assessed by AI to be female. But that was later manually overridden and her account was restricted. Ms Tickle sued the app's founder, Sal Grover, claiming discrimination on the basis of gender identity. She has a birth certificate stating her gender is female and has undergone gender-affirming surgery. Giggle's legal team considered sex to mean the sex of a person at birth. Today, a judge said those arguments were contrary to 30 years of precedent. Those cases established that in its ordinary meaning, sex is changeable.
Unfortunately, it is the judgment we anticipated, and the fight for women's rights in Australia continues.
The judge found there had been indirect gender identity discrimination against Roxanne Tickle because she was excluded from using the app after Giggle staff, in their view, determined she did not look sufficiently female.
I brought my case to show trans people that you can be brave and that you can stand up for yourself.
I think that this judgment sends the message that we...
Can this person, while she's giving this speech, look at the camera, actually look us in the eye and tell us what she's saying? I don't think so. I mean, this is my opinion. Just my opinion.
We want an inclusive society in which all can participate, and that includes trans people as well as people who have a range of sexual orientations.
The judge declined to order an apology as requested, saying it would be devoid of sincerity. For now, the app remains offline. Jamie McKinnell, ABC News, Sydney.
Embarrassing. Disgusting. All right. So what does that all mean? Why am I bothered about some trans woman being in a court case on a women's app? Basically, the judge has said, okay, that a man, a biological man, okay, so to be a trans woman, you have to be born a biological man. You'll never become a woman. No one's ever changed biology to become a woman, chromosomally or any other way, biologically. You can present to look like a female, whatever that's going to mean. That's very stereotypical and regressive, in my opinion. But you will always be a man. So the discrimination is because a man has to be in a female-only space, a space created for females for their own protection and safety, females who want to only engage with females for whatever reason it may be. I'm not even going to give any here because it's not necessary. His rights are above the females who, the biological females who the website and this app was made for. Think about that. Think about it. Think about it. Just think about it. Please, don't hurt yourself. Just think about it. A man's rights is more important in the only female space than females' rights. Okay, let's just go to the next one. Just think about that. How I don't know if people really realize yet, or the pennies dropped of what this means for the future for women's rights. If this does not get changed, there is no definition of a woman in Australia anymore. You just have to say you're one. I don't think people understand how dangerous this is for women. All right, let's go.
Court decision on Friday. A federal court judge ruled you can change sex. I mean, really, you can take some drugs, you can hire a surgeon, and hey presto, a man really can be a woman instead. Sal Grover, she's the founder of a female-only networking app called Giggle, which she wanted to be a safe space for women. So when a transgender activist called Roxanne Tickle, no joke, tried to join, Grover said no. But Tickle talked to the federal court claiming discrimination and won. The judge said Grover's argument that your sex was what you were born with failed because previous legal judgments had ruled that on its ordinary meaning, sex is changeable. Well, that's not very ordinary to me. Sal Grover joins me now. Look, I'm terribly sorry, Sal, that you've had this court case going against you. I hear you're taking it to the High Court, and for that, I have to be grateful, but it is going to cost you. Why are you appealing? What do you hope to prove here?
Thanks, Andrew. Well, ever since I got an Australian Human Rights Commission complaint for gender identity discrimination, I've always known that the case had the potential to go to the High Court, in part because either side sort of would appeal it, basically. So I've always been prepared for that. For federal court, it cost us $500,000 in legal fees to defend ourselves that men will not be women. And for the High Court, it will be anywhere between sort of $500,000 to $800,000 to do that. And it should just be noted that if legislators actually did their jobs and ensured that the law protected everybody, they could change this for free in like a week. But instead, we will take it to the High Court and fight to ensure that women have rights and that no Australian is forced to believe the gender ideology nonsense that claims that men can be women or women can be men. It's obviously not true.
Okay, so we want two things here. One, you want the law changed very fast. Okay, that's maybe the coalition could put some sort of bill and hope that the Labor Party would support it. I don't know. So that needs to. But second, you'll need $500,000. Where can people? I'm guessing you're hoping that people will help chip in. That's a lot of money, though. How can they do this?
So we have a crowdfund. It's at gigglecrowdfund.com. And so that's how we paid for the first one. It was literally the generosity of strangers from all around the world who donated and shared the crowdfund and have supported us. And I would just be eternally grateful for it. And all I can really say is that to repay all of these incredibly generous people, because obviously I don't have $500,000 to $800,000 just sitting around for legal fees, is that I will never give up fighting this. And I am confident that eventually we're going to win. And my reason is because actually no human being has ever changed sex. And the ordinary meaning of sex, of how human beings live our lives, is that sex does not change and that male people are men and female people are women. I mean, this is like basic facts that every human being knows. So I have no doubt that we can get the world back to sanity eventually.
Well, if this is what the law says, I won't be the first to say the law is an ass. So the law also doesn't let you privately decide for yourself when trying to create your own safe space for women. The law obliges you to go along with what some judges claim, some activists claim. Makes me wonder, why is the law even getting involved in what you privately set out to create, a safe space for women who think like you do on this matter?
Yeah, I agree. I also think that the law really shouldn't be involved in somebody's subjective identity of themselves. Like, I think that if a man wants to think of himself as a woman and wear a dress, just on a basic human level, he's got every right to think whatever he wants about himself. That should be covered under freedom of belief. But to legislate that sort of everybody else then has to believe that delusion, because that's essentially what is happening. Like, anyone can think whatever they want. They can have whatever identity that they want. But the moment you're making other people to believe it, that's where we've got a conflict. And that's the crux of the issue. And, you know, it was never actually controversial until men started to claim to be women, that for women only spaces. I mean, literally, we've had women only bathrooms, change rooms, locker rooms, gyms, book clubs, sort of social clubs. We've had women only things and male only things for a really long time. This was never controversial until men started to claim to be women and wanting to gain access to them.
Well, I find it utterly bizarre that in Australia you are now guilty of discrimination for insisting on a definition that you can go to any library and you'll find in almost any textbook on the issue, a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and surgery does not change that basic reality. Sal Grover, look, thank you so much. We'll repeat later the where people can donate to help you out, because this must be decided by someone above or in politics. Good luck to you.
Sure. So there you have it, guys. I just wanted to give you two sides of the news or perspectives of the same story, and let you decide how you feel about it. I think you know how I feel about it. I'm very I'm not happy about this at all. Let me just tell you this. Let me just say that. It's actually reignited the fire within me that stopped. You know, I was really disheartened for a while there with everything else going on. I was like, let me just get back to life, right? I've got things to do. I can't just be concentrating on this stuff. But Australia seems to be just like, boom, full bore, just trying to go the opposite direction of where I'm trying to live. So I will be coming back to you with more info about this as it unfolds, I guess. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. All right. Much love. Take care. Don't stress out like I do about these issues, but just a little bit of food for thought. Yeah. Hey guys. If you're able to, please hit that like button, subscribe, and put some comments in there. Let's just have a discussion, whatever it may be. All right. Thank you. Love you guys.